327 V8. That is a 2-barrel. Say hey, Charlie. Say hey. That's little Charlie, y'all. That's great, man. Okay, so this motor. Let me lift y'all up a minute. Alright. So this 283 is smaller than a 327. Let me show you why. Come over here. Back it up. Well. With this here, the motor needs to be redone and all that other fun stuff. Now, with this one here, nothing don't need to be done but a little bit of Mondo and tag and weld that rust spot up. But anyway, turn the motors off. Okay, now I can talk. So, what Uncle Joe wants to... So, can you tell them the difference in cubic inches wise, how much bigger the 327 is than the 283?
Well, you just told them right there, 327 is the 327 block and the 350 block is the same block. It's the bore and the stroke on the 327 that have longer rods, and that's how you get the 300 horsepower. So the base block on a 327 is the same as the 350. A 283 is 66 283 is smaller, but you can get horsepower by what they done to that engine was put a 283 crank, small journal 283 crank, and a small journal 327 rods in it, and what it does is it makes bigger horsepower because you got a high ribbon crank and a long rod, and you make more horsepower. So that motor's got that 283, you got more horsepower than this one does, because you took a small journal 327, put the rods in the small journal 283, and you made a 302. The 327 got the 350, it's the same block as the 350, so you got more horsepower.
Pick up the other ones down here where the tractors are.
got more horsepower, but that one's probably got more horsepower because this one's wore out. This one's wore out, but the 283 in that one with that crank in it and rods in it, you can hear it. You heard it a while ago. It's stouter. This needs to be rebuilt. Probably got rings and valve guide seals and all that need to be fixed. So what was your other question?
The other question is,
bigger wise, this motor is bigger. This motor, cubic inches wise, is bigger than the 283, obviously, because that's both of them small block. But this one here builds 300 horsepower if it was rebuilt, but it hadn't been rebuilt in I don't know how long, so it don't have 300 horsepower. That one over there probably got 283, probably got 289, 290 horsepower with the heads on it, with the 4-barrel quadrijet and all that on it. Probably got about, I don't think quite got 300. But it's newer than this motor is. That motor's been rebuilt before this one has, so it's got more power.
I'll take you guys over here to it.
See, they got the 327 double hump, 300 horse heads on here, and they got that 327 rods in it on that 283 crank, and so that makes it.
Whoa!
That makes it probably 302, probably what it makes it. So this motor's, you know, it ain't quite as got more compression than that one because that one's wore out, obviously, because it needs rings and needs valve guides. So this one's a newer motor, so this one's probably got more horsepower than that over there. But from the factory, it don't. If it was that one's new, since they upgraded this one, so it probably is around 300 horsepower.
Now another question they want to know is, where did you find your K10?
That was 30 years ago, Raymond, when they got the truck. They got it out of a truck yard up in Tennessee somewhere. K10 when they got it.
And what they were going to do away with, weren't they?
Well, they had a 305 in it. It was a piece of junk. 305 from the factory wore out, so you couldn't. And all I done was to take all these 77 parts off of the 305. Your alternator, your bracket, your power steering. You got to put the 77 mile water pump on 327, but you got to use the Edelbrock Performer intake so you can do away with the. On 327, you had the old thing that come way out here.
Yeah.
You had the generator over here. So if you use this is a 68 327. So if you use the 70 mile water pump, 77 mile water pump, you can put the alternator and the power steering. You got your bracket for the alternator bracket on the Edelbrock intake, and you put the quadrijet on there, and you can put the 327 in here. Fine.
Okay.
And so most people, when they look at this, they said that's not the motor to come in, no, because it's a 68 327, because you got the ram horn intakes on that, just like you got the ram horn intakes on this one over here. 283, they come with ram horn. So they basically, the ram horn exhaust is basically headers.
Okay.
Basically, basically it's what it is basically headers.
Okay.
And that's why they sound good.
So the question is, I got on here. How hard did I hit the gas on the K10 here when I beat that Camaro?
Well, you don't do it now because you tear it all to pieces because it's about wore out. But if it was new like this one is, it'd give the Camaros a bad hair day.
So, folks, when I hit the gas in this thing over here, not this one, but this K10 here, Uncle Joel here wasn't too happy with me, but I proved the point of that Camaro.
Yeah, because you got a 68 300 horsepower 327, which most people don't have. Well, this one's wore out, Raymond. This one's wore out, but
There we go.
It still will hold it. You done that, you know, when it wasn't as bad as it is now.
Yeah.
But a 327 will get your attention if it's right. Like that one right there. That one right there get your attention now.
Mm-hmm.
This one will get your attention now because of the way they built it.
Yeah.
You listen to it run, you can tell that this has got the horsepower.
Mm-hmm.
Most 283 don't sound like that because they got the 327 heads on them.
All right, Mama, can you join the video for a minute?
For a minute.
So, how many hours did you put on this thing? Driving wise.
Drove it down there in the pasture and out the driveway when I was learning to drive.
Did it have that motor in it?
Yeah, probably put a good many miles on it before Uncle Joel
It
got
had that
it.
305 in it
Yeah,
when she was driving.
yeah,
It didn't have this motor in it.
yeah,
So it had the 305.
yeah.
From the factory, and it was wore out when she
Yeah.
was driving.
So, folks, when I took off in that thing, came back and I told Mama here, she said, "Why would you do something stupid like that for?" And I said, "Well, it wasn't my fault that I hit the gas pedal,
Uh-huh.
so I decided to go bye-bye."
You don't want to hit the gas pedal in this right now because this, you'll be trying to catch the steering wheel which way it's going because you won't be going straight.
You'll be going right, you'll be going left, and you're going to be finding something in your underwear.
You'll be going 360 and wondering what you're doing. When you hit the gas on this one right now, like I said, the rings are going on it, the valve guide is going on it, so you don't hit this one. This is 68 327. You don't want to tear it up, so you don't hit the gas on this one now, because you'll tear it all to pieces, which I don't want to do. So I baby it. But when on top wind, if I want it to run, it will run. Obviously, it's smoking, but you don't ever stomp on a motor when you know it's about that you got problems with it, because you wind up tearing it all to pieces. And that's 50-something years old motor you're riding around in. And I tell somebody I'm riding around in a 54-year-old motor, they look at me like I'm stupid. And that's 50-something years old, so I'm not going to tear it up. I'm going to get a kit and put in it. New pistons and main bearings and rod bearings and cam and all that good stuff. Timing chain. And then, if you want to square them Dodges away, and then Chryslers and then Pontiacs, you can. I don't know if you're going to square no daggone Corvette away or not, but
when you say Corvette, you talking motor like this here, or are you talking the
I ain't gonna talk about
400 and
I ain't gonna talk about no LS, but.
Uncle Joel hates an LS. He likes the stuff like this here.
LS is they good motors. I mean, I'm old school.
Oh, he's more than old school, folks. He likes Bettina, but his Mustang, 67 Mustang Coupe, that went like what, 150?
No, it was 135.
135. On the Tampa, where you?
Alligator Alley. Alligator Alley, going toward.
Hi, Charlie.
You going, Charlie? Well, happy birthday. How old are you?
4.
How old are you, Charlie?
So, guys.
Huh? Tell me, how old are you, Charlie?
4.
So, guys, I hope I can get that Mustang in soon on here, but we gotta go get it. That's the one problem. We gotta go get it. And that car is cool. It's even got the original cassette tape in it. And let me tell you, you guys that's around in y'all 60s, y'all probably heard of Kiss, Molly Hatchet, and all them. He's got every single cassette tape. Ted Nugent, Molly Hatchet, Hank Williams Sr., I should say. Let's see what else. Kiss, Molly Hatchet, Ted Nugent, the band, old rock band Cinderella. Oh, all kinds of good stuff. But yeah. Yeah, folks. Crank y'all down. But yeah, this one here. Let me get y'all out of this. Hang on a second. Okay, now I can move better. That thing does its job, but really, this motor here, it can move. But this one here, it can move too, but he's got, like he said, it's wore out and he's got to get it rebuilt. But this is it, y'all. This is what started our hot rod disease, was this one here. And then I drove this one and fell in love with it. But y'all remember, these did have AC. You had to roll that window down. But yeah. Anyway, guys, I got a haircut, as y'all can tell. Hey, we'll be at some shows this year. Well, we won't be taking these, but we'll be at some shows. I'll be at some shows. So, anyway, guys, we will see y'all. Charlie blowing the horn. Here he comes now. But somebody called your K10 a hillbilly truck. What do you want to say to them?
That's what it is, a hillbilly truck. Because I might even listen to Lester Flatt and Earl Scruggs when I get my stereo fixed.
Oh shoot, I forgot about them.
Yeah, Flatt and Scruggs. Yeah, it's a hillbilly truck. Haul wood in it. Haul ass in it. A whole bunch of other things.
They want to know where you found your 350.
327. I swapped. Had a short bed truck that didn't have a bed on it, and had the front four-wheel drive and the back one differential. And they wanted to jack up a Toyota, little short Toyota, jack it up, and so that short bed truck, four-wheel drive, K10 with short bed seat. Didn't have a bed on it, but it had this motor and transmission in it. So I swapped that other truck, the differential in the front, and differential in the back, to go in that Toyota, and I got the 327 transmission. So that's how I got the 327. So I took the 305 out, which was a piece of junk. It was wore out from the factory. You can't put a weak motor in a truck you're gonna work with. So I took that motor and transmission, put in this truck, and that's been 18, 20 years ago. So it needs to be warmed
Charlie
up.
likes that horn, don't he?
It needs to be warmed up like that one needs. That one's warmed up. This one's hot right here.
Now
this
describe hot for me.
Well, 327 300 horse heads.
Mm-hmm.
The 327 rods on a 283 crank. So you got all kinds of power in this motor. Although it is a 283, you just put long rods on a high revving, fast revving crank and put the 327 heads on it. So that's 202 valves, all exhaust. Get them big valves in it, because you couldn't get the power like that out of a 283 head, because they didn't have no power.
Mm-hmm.
So the 327 300 horse heads, double hump, so you're getting a lot of power out of this engine.
So the question some of these guys on here want to know is, in your Mustang, you got a cassette tape and cassette player in there. They want to know what all kinds of stuff you got in there. I know you got Cinderella and Poison. Ted, I know you got every.
Emmylou Harris, Dolly Parton.
I know you got every single one of Kiss.
Yeah, I got all Ted Nugent's.
And you got all Kiss too.
Kiss. We got Marshall Tucker and Charlie Daniels.
and Seldom Seen.
Oh yeah, we got Seldom Seen and Country Gentleman. Is that crazy? Somebody shooting an AR-15? What are they wanting to do?
And you just did not say I don't know.
Huh?
My goodness.
Yeah, I said it because that's an AR. You can hear it. You hear it from.
I can't take him. I can't even make a video. I can't even put him in a video.
No, but the AR, somebody's wasting their ammo. AR-15, AR that they're shooting.
It stands for automatic rifle.
Yeah. So they just wasting their money is what they're doing. I don't mind practicing, but
Yeah.
I shot one of them AK-47. Them stun guns is loud, and the barrel was wore out on that thing, and you could shoot at your granddad's truck over there, and you wouldn't hit it 4 times. That's how. Now listen. You won't hit anything if that barrel was wore out, and so the barrel was heating up. So where's the rounds gonna go?
Exactly.
The rounds are gonna go all kinds of directions. So you'll be shooting at that truck, but it won't be hitting it.
Uh-huh.
So
Yeah.
if that barrel was, you couldn't hit the side of the barn with it. It needed the barrel. So I told the owner, I said, you ain't gonna hit the side of that truck over there with that barrel
Now,
from here.
A question I gotta ask, if it's okay with you, and I just spammed this whole thing. Can we have a video? Can we do your what I'm trying to ask is, can we do a project series like I'm doing with this H on your Mustang, if you don't mind?
You can. But
So give me a timeline.
No, I got to go get the car, so you got to get it running after you go get it. So summertime sometime.
Okay. But guys, we're gonna get off here. So I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and maybe we can get some more of Uncle Joel in here too. So I'll see y'all in the next one.